The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning. How you doing? Please get out a tab and a pen. Like I said, we're loading the class and all kinds of fun stuff too. But the bottom line is today, I'd like to show you how to get to millionaire. Would that be okay? All right. I've got 32 millionaire clients, 29 billionaires. Wow. Been doing this for over 46 years, helping people like you. Let's see what I can do to help you. All right. Number one, tablet and pen, write down today's date. On the top of that, today's date, write down my name. Let's write down 90 days. I guarantee if you do exactly what I tell you to do, then 90 working days, you'll have a 750 score, the ability to play the game to win. And the ultimate goal is getting everybody want to win. What is the American dream? Living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. Anybody sues you, they get diddly squat. Isn't that terrible? But that is the American dream, to protect our assets and never bring the pain home. So today we're going to play a little bit rules and tools. I'd like you to write down rules and tools. Number one, next, there's no pictures, no recording. There will be a page or so outside take a picture, so have your cell phone ready as well. Ultimate goal. But I want you to put it here as a mindset. Next, I don't have excuses. I watch half the people in this world are lazy. The other half basically has to be a little crazy to go get it. And everywhere we turn, someone's always trying to knock us down. Kind of sucks. Did you know white men do jump? I always hear they don't. It's funny. I hold the record for the highest and fastest kick since 1981. By the way, I also have everything I ever want. I created my first million at 14 and a half, 2.6 billion at 26, all through corporate structure. Why don't we show you how to do it too? Is that all right? Now let's play. First question I want to ask you, if you want to be a millionaire, do you want to be a millionaire? Everyone's going to say, yeah. I'm going to say the answer is no. All right. Would you like to be a corporate millionaire? The answer is yes now. You see, how you receive money matters. Receive it under you and your SSN. This tax, and probate when you're dead. Corporation, no taxes due till we're profitable. We can play. And those are things I obtained. You see, that's a $100 million building, millionaire yachts. Gotta have fun. You see, I have no excuses. Today, let's see what I can do to help you. Here's one of those pages I want you to take a picture. Go ahead, click. See, what I want you to think about, what I did for myself is I never wanted to run a business. All right, I got tested at Tewinkle Junior High when I was 14 and a half. They found out my IQ is 203 with total recall. And it rhyming all the time, and I write with both hands at the same time. Freaked them all out. Sixth grade, they thought I was retarded. I just thought they were stupid. So I had 19 houses at 17 and a half years old. I couldn't get number 20. My loan to value problems in my way. What did I do? I transferred to my divisions. I invented the process, the division process. You know, I had 22,000 payphones. Wow. $300 a month on an average. So I like businesses that run themselves or somebody else runs them for me. I don't want to run a business. 87% of companies that start fail anyway. So let's understand today, I'd like someone to drive around your city. I'd like you to get into the passenger side in the front seat. I'd like someone to drive around like Miss Daisy. I'd like you to look at gas station, Wendy's, dry cleaning, storage units, and apartment complexes. Then I want you to take that visor in that car that always has a mirror, look at it, pull it down, and ask yourself, why the hell do you don't own these things? Why don't you own these things like everyone else does? I don't get it. Someone's corporation does, but not yours. Why is that true? Now, what do you get to do? Corporation and division process. We're going to repackage your life. Let's say today, all right, what are we going to do? We're going to take corporate credit, cash credit to the corporation. Did you know in 14 states you have properties under 100,000 that are brand new? What do we get to do? $5,000 down. Why don't we buy 3? Why don't we put them in division process and separate liability? Let's let Section 8, a real estate office, maintain them for us. Either way works. So it doesn't matter where they're at as long as you get to get the money and have some fun. So let's understand today, your goal should be 10,000 to 100,000 a month. That should be your goal. Next, how about we go to Texas? Other places like that, 5,000 down. That's all we got to do. See, your biggest problem, I'm going to say, is going to be you. Get out of your own damn way. We get to play. Here's a client that basically got him in the dry clean business. Why? You could own it, not run it. I like that. I wrote the book on dry cleaning, laundromats, dry cleaning, and from their storage units as well. Having fun. Now, I got him 3 locations. His income is between 47 or even 72,000 a month. Is that okay? That's all the income. Ooh, I like that. How about laundromat? I wrote a book on that too. This client got 30,000 a month. So if we play the game correctly, we can find a business that basically you drive by and you can own it and not run it. Storage units are one of my favorites. We get to have fun. So today I want to change your kind of thinking just a little bit. We get to play the game to win. And that's the ultimate goal. How about we turn around and go basically look at the other things to do? How about get a couple jack in the boxes? You see, someone runs them. Management company. How about gas stations? I don't want you to own it and run it. I want you to own it unless someone's run it for you. Management company. Is that okay? We play it my way a little bit. Your goal should be $100,000 a month. That should be your minimum goal. Auto income. Now, I lost my 22,000 payphones when they came out with cell phones. That was no fun, but the cell phone was a better opportunity anyway. You know what happened? The EV charging stations about 3 years ago replaced that for me. They get to make money. I like money. You like money? It pays the bills. And what do we get to do? Don't have to be stressed out all the time. So maybe be an investor in a bunch of these too. How about we connect the dots? Why don't we take a corporate credit card and let's basically spend $30,000 on the card. We get EV charging stations. We start to bring it up to $8,000 a month, $100,000 a year. Okay. Then we get to play. And if we did this under 9 divisions and got more corporate credit, we can basically make $1 million. Would you like to get 72,000 a month to start with? Just by connecting the dots, that's what you get to do, $1 million a year. But again, look at the things. All these things that you drive by every day, why don't you own them? That's the thing I want you to think about. So I have companies, and my companies do locations for people all the time. We get to play. My team usually gives you 3 locations to choose from. That's why I build you the credit to finance it and write it all off anyway. Why not? See, the biggest problem with you getting the money, you're going to win the lottery? You're going to get a big enough raise? Now you're probably going to steal the money from your family. And your credit screwed all up anyway. So what are we going to do today? Let's give you some rules and tools how you can accomplish your goal for the first $1 million. Now, there's no excuses. See, I was born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. She did not want me. So let's understand, I got to be Mrs. Hope, she devil from hell. So born in the taxi, that kind of sucked. Mommy threw me in the trash can. I get to be Mrs. Hope. And she was a she-devil from hell. So your journey today is to begin with me, and we'll get rid of all those excuses, okay? Draw the diagram in front of you. Draw it. Let's pretend you're going to turn these up real loud today. And when you drive around your city, wherever city or state you live in, and you look at Bank of America. Why? They have bankrupt 6,000 freaking locations. You see, the problem with we the people, we didn't learn to play. So let's give you a strategy today. Bank of America, parent company, owns branches, subsidiaries. They bankrupt locations all the time, take the money in the assets and walk away and write off their taxes. And so is the real estate company too. See, your problem is you keep being you. That kind of sucks. We look at it, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, US Bank. Wells Fargo is the most indicted bank on the planet. Then we look at basically Sam's Club and Walmart. What do? Walmart had to pay $300 million for their crap. How about Sam's Club? See, everything around you, you see, sometimes you just complain about rich and famous people. Why don't we shut up and join them? How about Geico, one of Warren Buffett's companies? How about cities? We had 11 that filed bankruptcy. How the hell they do that? See, you did not look behind the curtain and figured it out. Man, I was always curious since I was a little boy. Very simple. What do? Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO. Be serious about this. And reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Now, Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier when I was 3.5 years old, rolled down her window and said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you to die. I ran over to the pier, hot dog stand, there's a little fan, kept warm. So I got to eat out of a trash can, literally, and steal off the pier. What happened is I got caught the 3rd day. He grabbed my hand and thought he was going to throw me over the pier. He gave me a choice. I can call the police and you go to jail, or you can take out my trash. You think I picked? So till I was 9.5, I was known as, boy, clean the chum bucket. Boy, take out the trash. So I learned basically one thing about Reina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. You see, I got to clean their horse doo-doo and their cows and sheep on the weekends. I'm hustling for money. So understand what I did as a little boy. I gathered magazines. I wanted to know how they got their damn money. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. Hell, I never got a Christmas and a birthday until I got married. Kind of sucks. So here's Wells Fargo. I know that $3.7 billion, they get fined. Ooh, that hurt. Wow. Like they really give a crap. They make $100 billion. They've been fined $50 billion so far, and they get to write it off. Like they really care. They really don't, or they'd fix them from being crooks. But again, like Apple. Apple was bankrupt in 97. What the hell did we get to do? Well, Bill Gates was pretty simple. He got indicted 4 times. Indicted. I had to step down from his own company. You know Apple's in an indictment right now. So is Google. You see, Apple's worth $3 trillion. So is Microsoft. But you know what happened back in '97? Mr. Bill Gates gave a $150 million line of credit to Apple. They were bankrupt. He said, just maintain the payments. All you got to do. See, borrow money's not taxable. So if you take your corporate divisions, you can accomplish your goals starting today. Your biggest problem is still you. Now, one thing is about me. Since I was a little kid, I used to research all the time. I'd read at the library, and that's all I got to do. So I found out one thing. When Mrs. Basically Goodwin turned around and said the first president was George Washington, I said, no, ma'am, it was not. I corrected her in the third grade. I got in trouble. She sent me to the principal's office. She argued with me, and it was whack, whack, whack. Well, the principals used to be our asses with that paddle. He's lucky I didn't beat him to death with the damn thing and piss me off. But I had to show one thing. The first president of the United States of America, his name was John Hanson. By the way, it was not George Washington. She was wrong. See, the books and what you see are wrong till you find out the facts. Then all of a sudden we had a woman who literally ran our country for 17 months. So we've had a woman act as president for 17 months while the president was in a stroke and a coma. So we had to learn to play. Me, I'm a factual person. I look behind the curtain every time. So let's understand for you. You took your personal credit, you jacked it up, you got stuck, you dropped it, you can't get it anymore, and you hocked your family's house, and you brought the pain home. Is that about right? See, it's like when you start a business. Hey, honey, let's start a business. Let's screw it up on purpose and hurt the family. Well, that's what most of you did. It's called stupid, by the way. Did you know that? Isn't that terrible? I don't like stupid. I'll never understand. Now, the reason I can say all this stuff because I understand one thing. I helped set up the rules and tools in the first place. All cards fluctuate, but two. That means every time you go past 29%, plop. But there's two cards that don't fluctuate at all. Gold and platinum cards. So what do? So if we listen to rules and tools today, when I get you to a 750, you don't get to screw it up anymore. That'd be okay if you maintain a 750 the rest of your life and don't bring the damn pain home. So let's look how it worked. TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, made bicycle parts El Segundo, California, got an information business, and became a spearman in '96. I got to train their basically security chief, Ken Yarbrough. That was fun. I drew the first one of these. I call it good, fair, hell no. See, if you learn the rules and tools, you can maintain 750 score the rest of your life. Now let's understand. Ray's rules and tools. We get to play. So I'd like you to take a picture of this today. Go ahead, go click it. Let's pretend all your credit is crap and you're backed up in a corner and you're stuck. We knew debt consolidation crap that doesn't work. File a bankruptcy. Hell no. Why don't we man up, woman up, take a picture here. Let's get supply credit and turn it into cash. We don't have to almost guarantee any of that. Supply to cash. Let's balance our debt. Okay? You see, I don't have excuses. So on Friday and Saturdays, I got classes all through the day. You might want to get to know me and play with me too. Very simple. We get to have fun. That's why I want you to understand raisecredit.com. Now understand, I'd like to get you to be a CFO, a chief financial officer of a corporation with 3 divisions. That's what I'd like to do. Now, my coaching programs, I make millionaires every day. Kind of fun. A blueprint call. Did you know I'd like to get you on the phone with your friends or family? Hey, how about your partner of life? Now, we all know as a man, for me, when I do something, my wife gives me that look. Better work, I'll kill you. Every husband knows the look, right? So let's get them on the call together. Why don't we look at blueprint? How about past, present, and future? Good, bad, and ugly. Corporation and family. Divisions. How about we look at irrevocable trust so we can plan to die as we plan to live? And then the car, the house, and auto income. Nowadays, everybody's talking about passive income, residual income. Hell, I did it in my book 46 years ago. I call it auto income. From there, cash flow for you per time. Page 6, paragraph 3, 46 years ago in my first system. We get to play my way. By the way, there's no plan B. Plan B is for losers. Every time I hear someone say, thank God it's hump day. Oh, it's Friday, TGI Friday. I hear stupid. They're losers. See, an entrepreneur don't give a shit what day it is. We can't, we're going to go get it. I don't have any crap in the way. Knock him down. Go get it. So you got a choice today. Fight through the pain. Now let's look at chapter 18. I'm not here to be CPA and attorney, but I'll tell you what it says right there in front of you. I just circled it. Corporation's a legal person. Oh, goody. Now I'm 7.5 years old at Mrs. Hope's house, listening to the poker game, taking little notes. They told me I was weird, probably true. I went down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. Library next door. Ma'am, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 10 minutes later, here's a Markovitz. Here's a book. You've been reading the books too. Good luck. Why did you make millionaire and billionaire? What the hell's wrong with you? Are these not turned up? I did millionaire to corporate structure 14 and a half. 2.6 billion, 26. So what the hell's wrong with you? I don't get it. You see, the next thing is I didn't pay attention where it says may sue or be sued. I kind of dropped the ball there. You know what I found out? Going to the library for 2 years and 9.5 years old, I sent away $10 to the Secretary of State of California. Did you know all corporations are free in all 50 states? And silly and stupid people pay thousands to attorney, CPA, and corporate service, and they piss away money, and they don't learn diddly squat. Isn't that kind of dumb? But you know what I got to do? I sent my $10 away. What did I get? My corporation came back as Helping Hand Industries. And then you know what happened? I got $100,000 credit in the mail. I've been collecting this stuff since I was 9.5 years old. Hell, why not? So it came in the mail without applying for credit. People got in the 70s and 80s got credit in the mail all the time. I got new named in the movie Day too. So you know what happened when I was 12 and a half? I started the Orange County Blind Center. I got named in a lawsuit. The Braille Institution owns that name. The Braille, okay. I said we're going to teach Braille, so I had to learn the hard way. See, you learn your job by doing your job. So never bring the pain home. Now, the next thing is if you have a corporation today, goody for you. Did you know it's on Secretary of State's website? Your name, corporation founder, you're on the bank account. When I was a little boy, they kept saying, oh, I don't put our eggs in one basket. That's what that meant. The grown-ups kept coming back going, bleh, 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 bleh. I thought they were just stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were pretty stupid. Did you know a division process doesn't show your name? And I invented that in 85, 86. So why don't we play my way for a while? Why don't we put your ducks in a row and never bring the pain home and quit using your personal credit to start a business and hurting your family? You see me? I'm honest and I'm blunt and direct. I tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid. Unfortunately, you didn't get taught the right way. Been on KNX Radio 49 years. You know what? They nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit years ago. I tell people what to do. I treat them like they're 2 years old because I want them to stop bringing the pain home. Is that okay? Now let's talk about our list. Hopefully you have a goal list, right? If not, we need to create one. And then the problem is we have activities behind it, and then you get stuck. Every time you try something new, you're stuck. Who's going to answer your questions? I will. See, God give me the whole pie and all the pieces. So what are we going to do? We're going to take your goal list. From there, we're going to use the daily list, the weekly list, and a monthly list, and we're going to dissect every project you want. I make millionaires every day. Isn't that fun? So let's understand. I had a foolproof program. I made a promise to myself. I would never get married and have kids unless I had a foolproof program. Because I don't want to go through the crap I went through as a kid. Because I didn't get that mommy and daddy like most people do. You know what? I couldn't find one, so I created my own. So here's basically Arnold. You've heard of Arnold before? Dr. Lucky and I did a hospital in Fiji Islands. See, my clients are the Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels, and rich and famous people. I like that. From here, we got Gold's Gem, Superman. He says, I kick ass and motivate. And we got him $1.2 million. From there, college professor, Bio University. From there, what do we get? Race 360. Homeless people getting off their street. He lived in his car for 3 damn years. So here's $1.6 million. To deliver pizza, I turned into $1 millionaire in Long Beach, California. Tony, raise your hand. Type the damn question. Here's $1.2 million in 90 days. Nope, 6 months. 9 months. Ah! She's got her YouTube videos too. Oh, we got to help people coming out of prison as well. Here's Free Ray Ricky Dicky Ross. Gold and platinum cards unlimited to $1 million freaking bucks. Is that okay? How about Thomas? 26 years in prison. Within 6 months, brand new dump trucks. Doing $5 million a year. I can build anybody up and away. Problem, you guys, you didn't pay attention how it works. You see, you did an SS5 form. What's that? That's how you get your SSN. Creates a 1040 tax return. You gave yourself one chance to try, but as long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. Did you know we, the people, have the same chance like the bank and grocery store do? All right, when they file bankruptcy in locations, you brought the pain home. Why would you do that? Your social security card says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, don't carry with you. But you do it all the time. You know, if you didn't do your SS5 form, that means mommy did it in 1971. That's when Nixon took the gold standard out. Let's compare SS5 from IRS to SS4. Line 1 in front of you. It says legal name of entity, individual person. The only form I could ever find out in the whole life of my life that ever said banking and credit purposes from the IRS is SS4. Now, if you're a crook and basically you just rip people off and don't file your taxes, just go to prison. Wesley Snipes did. He didn't listen to me. Listen to the idiot attorneys and CPAs in California and Beverly Hills, California. Ruined his life and his career. 3 years in federal prison, $5 million fine. So file your damn tax returns, knock it off. Now, I'd like you to write down irs.gov. Write it down now. Then write down 1244. Did you know the IRS has a form that allows you and the corporation to file one tax return and almost not pay any tax to $3 to $5 million anyway? So why the hell wouldn't people file their tax return? That's kind of stupid if they don't do that, right? Now, so we can learn to play the game and win if we want to. Next thing is like Richard here. He didn't listen to me. Richard won Survivor the first show, ran around naked twice on the show, almost died twice. His tax attorney said you get to keep $375, rest goes to the IRS. I told him reference 3 times 5, turn it to 15 million. See, your problem is you had some money before, and you could have referenced 3 times 5 and turned it to 15 million bucks, and you didn't do that. What's wrong with you? I don't understand. What's wrong? Maybe you turn these suckers up. And Richard didn't listen to me either. You see, 3.5 years in federal prison, 10 years probation. He even violated that being stupid. So the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. So let's play. The United States of America Incorporated. Simple. They get what? 50 corporations for 50 states. Cities are corporations too. And they plan the problem. Not like you. Hell, they filed bankruptcy 11 times. Chapter 9. Boom. Kept all the assets and wiped out the debt. You keep bringing the damn pain home. Why do you do that? See, we the people. You forgot that. Supreme Court says a corporation's a legal person. Ooh, it's public record. Stop bringing the pain home. How about we take a division of me? Write it down. All right, let's understand what that means. I can take your name and put it on the SS4 today. You, person, corp, division, or subsidiary. I can build you $1 million of credit. Would that be okay if I build you the money you can finance your business and write it off anyway? I want you to write down 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. Write it down now. Now understand, I had an oh shit day in 2009, 15 years ago. We're 3.7 billion, 3 yachts in the backyard. Wife wants to take one of the yachts out. What's the fireworks to a group of people? One had a virus and I got to die the next day. All right, but I got a choice to come back and help you. So understand, we're going to understand what I did. I sold my wedding ring, Rolex necklace bracelet, $16,400. Then I took my division of me and my closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. What the hell's wrong with you? I even bought my wife an extreme house. So what is wrong with you? I don't get it. So let's understand. A division of you, all right, I want you to understand, can get basically credit, house, and franchise. Would that be okay? Now, I want you to write down the 3-step I invented for myself. All right, so if I take a division of me and I go get that car, let's for instance, that's $1 million Lamborghini. Bum, 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 bum. Here's the keys. $6,800 a month when I got the car. So if I get the car under me, I'm going to duck in the sheep. If I can't afford it, they're going to take it away. And now I have shitty credit and then report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So I'm now got double shitty credit being stupid. But how about that Lamborghini as a division of a corporation? And then I guarantee it as a division of me. Now I got my shopping centers, my apartment complexes. I got my commercial real estate, all the pieces doing 3.7 billion. If I have a no shit day on one piece, I get to do the 3-step. Let's write it down. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Put that sucker over here. Now, if I can't save it within 6 months, and I have no intent to do fraud, you know what I get to do? Bankrupt it. Come on. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in your face, and you're sitting there going, "Blah, blah, blah," instead of complaining, join them. But that's up to you. You sign the lease, a division of me. All right, you get properties, each one's a division, separate liability. SS4 is how you receive money. No money's due to you, taxable. And under the Fair Lending Act, all right, which you don't pay attention to, one card can be 99 more. How many would you like? Would you like $100 million? But it's up to you to learn how to play. So we get to play my way for a while. Because I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. Here's Mary. Mary's a VP of Apple, making $250,000 a year. She married her sweetheart from the 3rd grade. Oh, goody. Now, Mary wants to get a restaurant because grandma taught her how to cook. She gives $10,000 to the attorney. He looks at the leases, signs the leases options for 10 years. Gives $5,000 to the CPA to check out the books. Starts the restaurant. Oh, goody. She used $98,000 of her personal credit. Her score went from an 800 down to. She calls the attorney and CPA. What happened? What happened? What's her answer? I'm stupid. I don't understand credit. You see, the reality is you've all been ripped off by friends and family. And probably your CPA and attorney or some silly person stole your money too. Why don't we play my way? You know what happened with Mary? The restaurant failed. She filed bankruptcy, but she guaranteed it, so then she lost her home. Isn't that kind of stupid? Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that. So let's understand what Mary should do and what you should have done a long time ago. You brought the damn pain home because you're lacking knowledge. It's the stupidity, man and woman. We're getting older, slower. Hell, we're not as pretty as used to be. We get to play my way for a while. So if you want to be a certified CFO, what we're going to do is stop bringing the pain home. And what happens is very simple. Right? The restaurant should have been a division. So she get through the sucker away. Your banks and grocery stores and cities, dude. What's wrong with you? You got a corporation today? Look it on Secretary of State's website. Hell, 87% of you use your home address. That is the dumbest thing you could have ever done. You added yourself to the national mailing list. Congratulations. That's how you get all the damn robocalls. Why don't you change the address to a mailbox, etc., or shared office space? Why don't you protect your privacy? Would that be okay? Why don't we put our ducks in a row? Because right now when they sue that corp, hell, they sue you. That kind of sucks. Let's build a lot of defense. Because we're all going to have an old shit day. This time we're going to protect our ass heads. Would that be okay if we do it my way for a while? Now, here's a $100 million building I obtained, $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, and $1 million race boat. Would you like one? I obtained it. Why didn't you? So let's understand. Let me add you to my credit system. And these are just goodies that I get to play with because I got these. And I got properties on 5 islands in Huntington Beach too. Isn't this fun? So let's write down credit, loan, and money. Credit, loan, and money. You see, what happens is your corporation should be a management company. Haven't you not noticed the rich and famous people, the Lakers, Dodgers, Clippers, all the people that are all my clients? I make sure they have a management company to cover their ass. It's management company, sensible line of defense, division for a franchise, division for apartment complex. And then we take what's in my book 46 years ago, financial freedom, and we go get up to 10,000 to 100,000 a month. Shouldn't that be your goal? So let's understand, I've been helping people for 4 decades. I got classes on Friday and Saturdays, all right, live in person or online. Where the hell you been? Whose fault is this? Who's responsible? You. So let's play my way for a while. Now let's look at flippity dippity doos. See, I had my 19 houses. Literally, when I was 17 and a half years old, I couldn't get number 20. Damn, they said my loan to value's in my way. So what did I do? I transferred to my divisions. Then all of a sudden from there, what did I get to do next? Well, I found out that the buyer's a liar, the agent and the broker, all right, and the contractor too, hiring the subcontractors outside Home Depot. So damn, they're all stealing my money. So I decided to become the damn bank. Is that okay? So I sold my first car. They gave me a deposit. And then he said they're going to go to the credit union. I said, I'll tell you what, my division will finance you. They said, okay. I did that for 7 years. I got $413 a month. I sold my first house. I got $1,200 on that too. See, for 30 years. Why didn't you ever decide to become the bank? All right, I don't get it. Why don't you become the bank? You take an apartment complex like my first one I did in Fullerton, California. I dissected the hell out of it. I did the assignment of mortgage. From there, I created basically the real estate system. They did billions in real estate. How about financial series? Buckets of money, tax balance, you become the bank. And we learn the assignment of asset. We get to play. So let's make you a money-making machine. Is that okay? Now, let's say you want to sell widgets, computers. Okay. Supply and vendor credit, no problem. How about $100,000 to $1 million? You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. We look at OPM money, Dun and Bradstreet. What do? We sell on Amazon and eBay now. Okay. Here's a couple $100 million of goodies that I obtained. Why didn't you? What's wrong with you? So there's God's gift, the mansion in the harbor. All right, houses on all 5 islands. And the yachts and race boats that say Ray Reynolds University.com. We get to play even the Duffy, the big building, and the Lamborghini too. I like Lamborghinis and helicopters and big buildings, so we play. I don't have any excuses. By the way, again, white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. So that's no damn fun when they lie. I kicked out the lights that night. The Guinness Book of Records guy pissed me off. So you can accomplish any goal you have if you want to, but it'll be you. Now understand, I don't hear no. They tell me no, I accept, thank you, have a nice day. See, you accepted no, and you know there had to be a yes. You signed a contract and you knew that wasn't true. You knew in your gut they were going to rip you off. So if we take the 1,000 steps to get to millionaire, then the Millionaire's Founders Kit, I wrote that series and I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years, 5,000 a set, having fun helping people like you. So here we got to understand, we can stop treading water and playing it safe. This means what we ought to think about today, very simple, are the rules and tools. No matter what your score is, we can start building credit up and away to the 750. Corporation needs divisions. From there, we want $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, and supply vendor money. See, this is a must-have. So please write that down for must-have. No pictures, no recording, like I told you earlier. Now, if you don't have a corporation, I'll give you one for free. That's right. You pay your own filing fee. From there, if you have one, we'll build that one if you allow me to. Stop bringing the pain home. Let's put our ducks in a row, and let's repackage you under the corporate umbrella. Would that be okay? Now, here's rich and famous people. It was fun doing corporations for presidents of the United States of America. That was fun. You see, what happens is they listen better than you. So let's see what we can do today. What did you do? You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, honey, we're going to jack up our credit, back ourselves in a corner, screw it all up, can't get any more, and honk our house and be stupid. Isn't that what you did? Well, oh, you don't want to say it that way, but it's true. See, your problem is, and your goal should be never bring the pain home. The reality is you have to learn to play the way I do. So let's understand. Let's write down today's date, and let's make sure we get things, goodies, keep moving forward in 90 days. I always look at 90 days at a time. From there, winning the game of business from Repackaging America, one of my companies 46 years ago. Paragraph, all right, 3 on page 6. Cash flow free per time. See, there's that old shit day. July 5th, 5:41, I get to die. Well, that sucks. Ruined my whole day. What are you going to do? Well, it's simple. My wife told everybody at the office at One Technology Drive, he's in a coma. They say he's going to die. Ron goes to the office and steals my books and CDs. My IT manager sells my websites and phone numbers to a damn porn site. See, the people around you sometimes will screw you over. Hell, I'm in a hospital in a fucking coma, and they're stealing my shit. So understand something. If you want to copy the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the office, it's $4.99. During a webinar with me, you can get a copy of the 12 books and CDs for $199 if it is a Zelle only. Use Zelle, Ray at rayscredit.com, RW, Ray's webinar, and Ray Reynolds recipient. If not, then call the office and pay $500. See, starting a business, running a business, and it's hard. Most people around you, they're going to knock you off the cliff, catch you, you're going to die. Your choice is going to be up to you. Ever since I was a little boy, all right, 2 years old, 2.5 years old, crying my house out, I looked in the mirror and I realized I had to solve my own problem. I got a mommy and daddy. The abuser would give me at 2:30, so I got up at 2:25. Ever since that day, I wake up at 2:25 every day. Like this morning, to my knees, thank you, Jesus. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Then I can look in the mirror. See, the only one who put myself in check was me. Why don't you put yourself in check from now on? Tomorrow morning, get up an hour earlier, okay? Find some me time. Your problem today is you got an idea. Go tell your friends and family. Why? They're going to interrupt the hell out of you while you're trying to tell them your idea. To get them to encourage you, now they're going to tell you how to do it, and they haven't done diddly squat themselves. You allow people to cloud your direction. Isn't that bad? July 4th, I got 3 yachts in the backyard. There I'm dead in the hospital. Took a picture. Wish I could have whipped them with cheese. Oh, well. So it kind of sucks. You know what I got to do? I heard the tax attorney already tricked my wife to sign a POA. I heard the nurse ask my wife if I was a donor. But then all of a sudden it got weird and changed. Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. My wife's falling apart. I said, go back. So I don't have any excuses like you. So I had to move 24 times. By the time I'm 11 and a half years old, it's a lot of shitty people. I've been basically shot 3 times, knifed 6 times. My feel sorry for myself is 3 seconds. I'll give you 3 minutes. See, the only reason you're holding yourself back is because of you. Let's go run. Let's go get the goodies. But again, what I like to do is show you how to play the game. I believe you're all stuck. Let's get past go. Let's show you some Lamborghinis, some Duffys, some mansions. All right. And from there, all right, white men do jumps. Too many people say we don't. From there, what are we going to do? More Lamborghinis. Then we're going to look at what? The race boats. All right. The helicopter, the U-Dock. All right. The yachts and the Ferraris. Why not? I do. See, this is called Ray's Rules. I call it the blueprint. I also call it see it, believe it, go get it. I wrote my first blueprint when I was 9.5 years old at the Torrance Library. There you go. We get to play. So credit repair. Oh, let's do this. Let's get out my magic wand and all your shitty credit goes away. Talk about a bunch of crap. Credit repair is a damn fraud. You have to rebuild it and understand how it works in the first place. Federal Trade says they cannot basically collect money up front and make it all go away. So is the Credit Service Organization Act. So what do? You look at Section 611. What can you do for yourself? Simple to do. From there, you might have to man up, woman up, and pay negotiated debt. There's 5 ways to kill the debt, by the way. We get to play the right way. Why don't we think about what we have to negotiate? Let's maintain 28% on all cards. All right, but the other 2 that don't. Then what do? Why don't we do a rapid refresh and rapid score? I invented 41 years ago, but that means you have to do something on your part as well. Let's make the score go up, up, and away. I call this the KISS method. Is that okay? Keep it simple, stupid. So there we are, 25 steps we need to learn today. You ready to learn your steps starting today? Okay. Intuit Credit Karma, it's free. So we all want you to have one, no problem at all. You see, Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. From there, we have to understand there's step 1. Now, if you're part of LifeLock, I'm going to tell you to be careful. Why? Because they've been indicted 6 times. Their last indictment's $100 million. Just be careful, please. So if we can obtain your credit report, analyze it, I can tell you exactly what you need to do. All right, and I'll help you do some work too. Then 90 working days, you should have a 750 score up, up, and away. I'll even call your case number on Friday or Saturday. I make sure you deal with me, all right, every client has, from 15 million people. See, I'm not going to let you down. I got a team to help you, but you're stuck with me every step of the way. So here's that SS5 form you didn't pay attention to. All right, and if you didn't do it, mommy did it when you were born in 71 on. SS5 equals SSN 1040. There you go. It says do not laminate, don't carry with you, all right, and don't use for ID purposes, and property or social administration, not you. You didn't pay attention, did you? So let's understand. The SSN is for the 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. You got your first job a long time ago, and you said, where's my money? They pointed out the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's what makes us ducks and sheep, learning how to play. So I always want you to look at the IRS.gov and the 1244. Almost no tax up to $3 to $5 million anyway. So that SS5, let's compare to SS4 again. What do? How to receive money. Let's see, SS5 is SSN, tax, probate when we're dead. Time of death at the hospital is for the state, federal government, because you can't take it with you, but they want to make sure your friends and family don't steal when you're dead. The SS4 is only if you're taxable, you're profitable. That's how they get to play the game and win. There's that SS4. Let's look at line 1. Legal name of entity, individual person. So your banks and grocery stores and cities have separate tax IDs called subsidiaries. Let's use the division process. Now that's the only form I can find on planet Earth that says banking and credit purposes in the first place, per entity. So why don't we play the right way? So here's my dashboard I set up in 92. Now I'm working with TRW and Asperian and Ken Yarbrough, the security chief from the 80s, all the way to 90, 91, 92, 93, and up and away. 1992 was kind of fun. You know what I did? I set up credit reports by tax ID. I set up a dashboard to do that. See, I got a choice. Provide SSN, SS4, person, corp, division, subsidiary. Is that okay? On the behalf of something else. Getting a tax ID allows me to set up a cash credit report. Add a little history to it as well. So we can build credit by each division as well and have more fun. But again, it's up to you. You should always have a corporation with divisions, because why would you want to be the damn duck? So I started that in 92. Is that okay? We play today. Your corporation should only do 4 things. Buffer tax, no taxes due to your profitable. Corporate credit, hell, it's all the damn write-off. From there, we get a car at fleet price. And then the free buffet. The division should be basically line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability. You see, that's okay. If we pay attention now, we let the division be the duck and the sheep, it's the line of defense. You protect your corporation and your family. You build a corporate umbrella. Under the corporate umbrella, we build cash credit. Now, I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do every time. That means you have to pay attention and not break rules. See, I'm going to say you have to be part of the program. Go to class Friday and Saturday. From there, don't violate, don't apply, don't jack up cards. If you do, you crash or wrap or rescore. All right, and you screw it all up, then I got to charge a fee or close your case. So in other words, please don't screw up. Now, on a debt, if you have a bad debt, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You have an IRS problem, irs.gov. They have a form too called 656, 433A and B. Simple. From there, we have to understand that step 3. As we play this game, we want to win. Here's a 750 score. I got the goodies, why can't you? Let me analyze your credit right away. Let me get you to rapid refresh. Let's show you 750. They started at 510. Now they're 750 across the board. But they have to be part of the program. Like I'm telling you, you have to be part of the program too. Here's a nice lady, 651. She has no green lights. She's out of balance all over the place. Rapid refresh, green lights, then a 750 score. Is that okay? Here's someone who filed a bankruptcy. You got to bill them up and away. But again, here's a 500 card unsecured. How about 11 collection accounts and late on their car payment? Here's 3,000 to balance the debt. So a rapid can block and push scores up and away and create some possibility green lights. So it's like you today. If you're not a client yet, all you need to do is basically let us do a rapid refresh. Go to class Friday and Saturday, and let's focus on a 750 score. That be okay? Now we're going to charge you $999, but I'm going to give you a card for $1,000 back. I want you to reimburse yourself. During the broadcast, what you can do is understand, I'll give you a 50% discount, and that way the card's only $500, and then the rules and tools maintain a 750 score. Now, if you don't have a corporation, I'll give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. I'd like to rebuild your credit, rapid rescore, set up on level 1 on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. I'd like you to pay $999. Let me get you $5,000 of credit. What do we get to do? If you do $24.99, I'll give you $25,000. The goal is to give you 5 times your money back, okay? Analyze, add history, pop credit. That's the ultimate goal. That's what we're trying to do for everybody. Now, if you want that, it's a Zelle. All right, it's basically right there. Take that picture right away. You can also call the office and talk to one of the specialists. 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5% more because that's what the bank charges us. Pretty simple to understand. Now, here's something I need you to play and understand. You add yourself to the national mailing list. I'm a voter. You probably are too. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. Cable bill, corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688? Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. So you can slow down the robocalls and the junk mail. Numbers right in front of you. Simple to do. So what do we do now? Number 4. Number 5, we got to plan the problem. I always look to plan the problem because there's always an oh shit day. Sorry to say, but it's true. You let your friend and family member rip you off. You spent thousands, it didn't work. What if we plan the problem? And why don't we have safety credit and create a line of defense? Understand, one of the first dashboards years ago that I created was this. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Ultimate goal. So we get to play the game and win. Step number 5. So if you look at all cards, they fluctuate, but 2 don't. So if we look at the cards that don't fluctuate, unlimited up to $1 million, and we use the right card to jack up past 29%, we can maintain a 750 score the rest of our life, could we not? That's the ultimate goal, learning rules and tools. You lose your job, have an emergency, what do? All right, simple. All right, which basically, literally, in 42 days, you jack up your credit, you drop the score, and now you can't get it anymore. Let's pretend today we need $5,000. We need it now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They'll tell you no, because you said the word needed. The average person wastes $50 every other day. This card maxed out is $50 a month. So they also say you waste $140 a week. If you waste $140 a week, that's $600 a month. If I took $50,000 off corporation's credit card, the payment was $612.26 or below. So that means I go get 2 pizza restaurants, all right, and with the drive-through during a pandemic with no excuses. So it's like you have the ability to play the game if you want to. So again, white men do jump. They do jump. What stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. I would like you to write down that I have no intent to do fraud. I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corp and my family. See, that gives you the ability to have your cake and eat it too. You allowed yourself to be the duck and the sheep. Ray's rules. All right, step 7, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. We get to play the right way. So here we are, me in a coma. All right, 15 years ago, it sucks. Google the address, you find I'm telling you the truth. But again, I've been in 2 comas so far. One, I was crippled for life, got up because Jesus said to. Last one, they're working on me, I got to die. See, I think the devil's trying to hold us all back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So we can fight through the pain. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. That's the ultimate goal. From there, the coaching programs are fun. Most people in coaching become millionaires, if not even more. Checkbook money. So the bank. So a corporation's a what? A legal person. What do we need to do? Lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. This is pathetic. I mean, it's ridiculous. Come on. You lost your job. Get your butt and go drive an Uber or Lyft. Have a damn garage sale. Go to the church to give you the food for the kids. This is ridiculous. I came out of a coma. Sold a wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelet, $16,400. Because I have my 3 divisions and me and my 5 closet divisions, I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down when they don't have to? I don't understand this. It makes no sense. He's not homeless. This is ridiculous. He's got to just get his act together. Divisions allow us multiple functions. A bad piece, we can disconnect, I say incorporate. Bad tenant, we can build cash and supply credit. So in a division, we're creating a line of defense. What is the goal? I'll jeopardize the division, not corporate my family. If I get a tax ID, I can add it to the credit reports, establish those, and build cash credit. You can get lined up for checkbook money. My dashboard is very simple. Allow me to register you on behalf of the corporation for a tax ID for the corporations and divisions. So let's think again. What did I get to do? I get to pick SS4 SSN. There we go. For corp, person, division, subsidiary. So again, who's going to be the duck and the sheep? All I want to do is build credit for the corp and the divisions and have my line of defense and protect my family. It's like banks and grocery stores, and I developed this since 1992. And we want the corporate credit report. Simple. Spear and Chandra and Equifax under tax ID. So what do we get to do next? I had a problem basically in 98. My problem is I had $53 million of credit. They started shrinking my limits. That bothered me a lot. So I started loaning out money, did my research and found out C-191D, corporation can loan out money privately. For every $50,000 I loaned out, I gained $2,400. So every $100,000 I gained $4,100. So designing my own blueprint. So divisions multiply. In my book called Buckets of Money, I took one credit card and I multiplied it again and again. I created my first matrix at 4.6 million. It took me 18 months. But basically 41 divisions, 190,000 a month. The assets behind it were about $1.1 billion. So you could actually learn to loan out money, just like the banks do all the time, called bridge loans. You could play the game to win. But again, it's 41 divisions, auto income, 1998, took me 18 months. See, making money in bridge loans. I have clients that basically John's doing $2,100 a month. Okay, we got basically Gina, all right, Avery, all right, Karen, and we have Mary, $6,320 a month. This is monthly income that they're building off bridge loans and credit we built them. Corporation, look at it too. Please inspect it. See what it says online. Home address, change it again, mailbox, etc. Shared office space. Right now, when they sue that corp, they sue you. That kind of sucks. Why don't we create a lot of defense and stop bringing the pain home? If you needed $25,000 of credit today, okay, at the office, they're going to charge you 10%. Doing a broadcast with me right now, all right, I'm going to give you a 50% discount. So it's going to make you $12.99. If you wanted $50,000 of credit, that discount is very simple. All right, it's $24.99. From there, if you want $100,000 of credit, normally $10,000, it's a 50% discount because I'm online now with you, $49.99. The ultimate goal, if it's done now. It's a Zell, by the way. From there, the goal is to get one card and get 9 to 10 more. Each division helps you daisy chain credit. If we did the line of credit, or we did what's called a blueprint loan, $250,000 times 9, and in parent company, we could actually have basically $2.5 million to be able to accomplish the goal. Divisions are simple. I add history, experience, Chandra, and Equifax, $2,000. We build the umbrella. Each division at the office is $4.99. All right, 3 for $14.97. During the broadcast, it's 3 for $9.99. Save about $500. It was done now. There's your Zell. So every one of these pieces in a division, all right, save liability. Never create a loan to value problem. From there, the cars, the buildings, even the Harleys, and a couple $100 million of goodies. I think you should have $1 million of credit cards, $5 million of checkbook money. I think that should be your actual goal. If I build you here, then I get you a green spark, and the other 2 green sparks times 9, that could be up to $1 million. If we take the B of A, same way. US, basically Wells Fargo. Simple. Chase. How about American Express Gold? If we get up to $5 million of credit, the next thing we should do is go play with the bank. Banks call it bridge loans as well. I'm going to call it checkbook money. The moment they give it, it's in your bank account. And then the bill's due in 45 days. You better be ready to do something with it. But what happens is simple. These are my 5 favorite ones. Okay, for checkbook money. Up to $5.4 million. But again, it's up to you to finance an American dream. And then write it all off too. So being stuck. I have some clients, they're kind of stuck sometimes. 85,000. Johnny's got 195. All right, Bill has 75,000, and Carrie has 210. Okay, it's like I'm having a hard time. I want them to do something, and I build them all the credit. And they're sitting there going, that's it. See, the clock's ticking. It's due in 45 days. That's why sometimes the blueprint loan makes more sense. But again, it's going to be up to you. From there, the only thing that hurts you is you. All right, you create buckets of money. Don't get in your own damn way. Now, I got specialty classes in rotation. Every Saturday at 9 a.m. This weekend will be done in Bradstreet. So what the goal should be is, let's remember, borrow money is not taxable. Why don't we build the corporate credit? Let's finance the business and let's buy the lifetime income. I'm going to suggest retail, all right, franchise, or basically, some kind of asset like real estate. But again, that's your choice. So if we have our blueprint and we look at basically what, have our cake and eat it too, Ray's rules. From there, all right, we become a certified CFO. Never bringing the pain home. So let's understand. Let's pretend I gave you $1 million today. What are you going to do? Everybody says, I want to buy a house in a core. You should have referenced 3 times 5. Turn it into 15 million. All right, the ultimate goal. So if we play this game, you can actually win the battle. Today, you win the lottery. What are you going to do? All right, you're going to take cash value like everyone else does. I'm going to say, have a division of yourself, division of me. Give it to the bank. All right, make a deposit, division it to corporation tax ID. Borrow against it, say how to get a line of credit. Borrow against it. Borrow money is not taxable. I've turned this into millions and billions, by the way. So we have 11 cities that file bankruptcy. So the United States of America Incorporated, states and cities are corporations. So you're going to play the same game that they did, but you have to have no intent to do fraud, but you didn't do that. You brought the pain home to you and your family. Kind of sucks. So we have the ability to play the game to win. So I'd like you to Google bankruptcy today. That's right. I'd like you to see what can bankrupt. SSN, SS4. You, Corp Division Subsidiary. Don't have any intent to do fraud, but have the intent to protect your assets. Add you to my credit system. I can build you up to $1 million of credit. Ultimate goal, run your race, beat your doubt, get out of the way. Ultimate goal, we get to play. Getting past go, I think people are stuck. So God's gift to mansions in the harbor. Race books have got my name on them. Real estate, buildings, Lamborghinis, helicopters too. I'd like you to do some more work today. I'd like you to take your driver's license, insurance, registration, and I'd like you to change it to a mailbox, etc., or a P.O. box, but that's up to you. See, in a bumpity bump, you gave a stranger where you live, and then the police officer pulls you over too. I think you should think about your privacy today, but that's up to you. Next thing, when you buy a car, what do? You let them sweat you for 5 hours. You lose basically what? 9 inquiries, a couple $100,000, 20, 30,000. I bought a car last week. It took 10 minutes. All right, fleet price tax ID division. All we gotta do is sign CFO and drive away. Simple. Fleet price tax ID division. Shouldn't that what we do? But it's like when you sign that house, you put 2 people on the loan. That makes no sense. Only one should be the duck and the sheep. Lose house and car, what happens? They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. So in a bumpity bump, you should never be the owner, a registered owner of a car. It should be a division. Why? If there's a bumpity bump, they get dilly squat. Ultimate goal. From here, what do we do next? Let's see. Every property, if it's a division, because we don't know which one slips and falls is going to sue us and screw us up, we can protect liability. Keep the good ones and get rid of the bad ones. Your paycheck can be offset by your house payment. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion, now double trillion. So what do we get to do? Well, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Simple. I mean, he had to borrow 44 billion to be able to buy Twitter and make a twilly-dee, twilly-dum, and X marks the spot. But he does have a spaceship. So it's the other 2 guys. So we could actually play the game to win if we want to join the club. But it's up to you, step 15. So run your life through the corporation structure. That's what I would tell you to do. Simple. Next, what we're going to do is think about pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. So let's see. Paycheck. Let's see, you get a net income, right? You pay car payment, gas, registration, insurance. Why don't you just yell no and drive a company car? That's what I do, step 17. Why don't you go to irs.gov today and look at the SS4? It'll say banking and credit purposes right on the form. So the ultimate goal is we don't have to be ducks and sheep. You chose to be that. So let's look at it a different way. Is that okay? Here's Mama since 71. She can't leave the hospital with the baby unless she signs the SS5 form. So we have to learn to play the game to win. So we buy a house, escrow close homestead trust, all right, and we sue us, they take it away. If we're dead, it gets stuck in your probate or finally gets diddly squat. We hire the contractor, he or she, what do? Hire the subcontractors outside Home Depot. After they sign the contract, they're all trying to cut the corners. So actually, they're trying to screw me out. I don't like that. So I want you to think about something. My way, at the end of the day, they get diddly squat if there's a problem. Think about irrevocable trust, but that's up to you too, as we play to stop bringing the pain home. So please don't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You should never, never, never not file your tax returns because that's federal. That's actually a fraud. You can actually go to prison. So let's understand Wesley Snipes, he didn't listen to me. He listened to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. All right, 3 years in prison, $5 million fine. Kind of stupid. He ruined his life and his career. But again, no peekaboo with the IRS playing that way. What do we get to do? We get to play the right way, step 20. So let's think. If we want to save up to 70%, we can buy at wholesale price, a bill up to 90 days. We can leverage the money, all right, to 15 million, borrow money, it's not taxable, and set up a line of defense. Division, hey, that's step 21. Blackjack, looks like you'll get to win again. So for there's my location, I died in a coma. One Technology Drive Urban Spectrum, 22,000 square feet. We're doing up to $1 million a day in 3 of the locations too. Oh, well, my blueprint, I had to get it out again. See it, believe it, go get it, and rebuild my life right away. So there's where the divisions of me, 5 closet divisions, build $1 million of credit right away, buy my wife for an extreme house. So you got to understand, you don't have to stay down. You choose to do that, step 22. So 1,000 steps to millionaire, the ultimate goal, the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I don't think you have your time. I think your time has you. If we look at coaching, that means I can hold your hand every step of the way. From there, you can ask questions back and forth. We get to have fun. Next thing is don't be a corporation. All right, you basically get $1 million for you, millionaire company. It has to be a millionaire corporation company because that's how you protect yourself, how to receive money. So here's a couple people recently that have done pretty good. They're listening and they're just following through, which is kind of nice. I like when people follow through. So this is John right now doing EV charging stations. He's literally doing some bridge loans and having some fun. He's at about $16,000 a month. From there, we got basically Robert here. Robert's doing pretty good as well. All right, his monthly income is pretty simple. It's about $35,000. From there, maybe your turn's next. Here we have Dave. All right, and what does he get? It's very simple. He's doing pretty good. He's $195,000 a month. Not bad. As they do up and away. Katie, all right, she's done pretty good. She's pretty aggressive. But again, what's she doing so far? $210,000 a month. Not too bad. So if we played this game, you want to be next, let me know. So we get to play and we get to win. Peter is doing pretty good too. Peter's very aggressive. He's even in the marketing company too. So is ultimate goal. Almost $1 million a month so far. So if you want to play, let me know. And I can get you a blueprint call right away. So that means we're going to talk about your past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. Family, corporation, divisions, irrevocable trusts, car, house, auto income, and basically cash flow for your time. A blueprint call with me up to 1 hour is $9.99. Please have your partner in life with you. From there, we always look at these type of businesses because they can kind of run by themselves. Management companies. From there, we have clients that do bridge loans right now. This is the ones that I've done in the last 2 weeks. Literally, Mary's doing $63.20 a month. Not too bad. So again, drive around today. Be the passenger in the front seat. Let someone drive you around, kind of like Miss Daisy. Look at the gas station, the Wendy's, the dry cleaning, the storage units, and the apartment complex. Ask yourself, why don't you own them? Somebody does. Why shouldn't it be you? But again, that's up to you as well. So if you want us to find locations for you, we have a system that does that as well. From there, we'll get you a couple locations and you can target it as we build you the credit. From there, you get to play the way. From there, I like boring businesses. You see, every time I invest about $40,000 into a business, I get between $3,000 and $10,000 a month. All right, 100,000, I look at up to 45,000, 250, up to 75,000 a month. So if we look at going to the expos, it's like the deer in the headlight. Let's find something existing. From there, I'd like you to own it but not run it. Is that okay? But it's up to you. From there, you have a 6 weeks coaching program, which means you get 25,000 of credit, expedite the rapid, and put you in all the classes for 6 weeks. Usually about 12,596. You can get it today, all right, literally for $4,999. You can call the office at 800-254-9506. I think about real estate franchise storage units. So you got your 6 months, all right, you got your 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. What are we looking to do? Line you up, get you some locations. Projection should be $5 million. What it says, right, I said is right in front of you. If we look at 10,000 a month to 50,000, if not more, the ultimate goal. Let's line you up and let's analyze you every 7 days, all classes, all right, phone calls with me, and rapid rescore. Let's see if we can daisy chain credit, answer your questions, and drive in the right direction. If you want basically 3 months, it's 8,000, and we build literally 100,000 credit to that. If we're looking at 6 months, it's 15,000. From there, it's 150,000 credit we build on that. Then 1 year is 30,000, and we build you literally 250,000 of credit. We don't take payments on coaching at all. Reality is a corporation is a legal person. Divisions give us our line of defense, and we're willing to sacrifice divisions, corp, not family. Never the corp and the family, division only. Now, what would you do today? What are you willing to lose? Yeah, I didn't get a family as a kid. So now that I got a wife and 6 kids and 12 grandkids, I'm not willing to lose it. Corporation, they can sue it, they can sue that person. So why don't we look at checkmate? That's how we went through the division process, step 23. Ultimate goal. So I like basically reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. All right, making millionaires out of corporations, divisions, and training people to be a certified CFO. Isn't that the ultimate goal? To get the American dream? So let's think today. Never have joint credits in the way. Buy a house, our escrow close homestead trust. Corporations are free. You pay the filing fee. Division for real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense. I like getting cash credit back to people. They take away excuses, sometimes up to times 10. So the reality is nobody does that on planet Earth besides me. We get to play the right way. Step 24. So today, if all you want is a 750, okay, we'll do that for you too. We'll work together. All right, we'll do the analyzation. We'll do a rapid rescore. We're going to tell you what needs to be done on your part as well. All right, what we're going to do, go to class Friday or Saturday, charge you $9.99, give you $1,000 cash card back to you. During the broadcast, we discount it to $4.99. Card becomes $500. With rules and tools, it's a 750 score, as long as you follow through. Starter package is pretty simple. We build you, set up on level 1, 10:30 on Saturday, $9.99, $5,000 of credit back, $24.99, $25,000 of credit. So let's basically analyze. All right, let's basically do history, and let's see if we can pop credit right away. The ultimate goal on that, simple. It's usually a Zelle. From there, you can basically, there's your Zelle. You can basically understand we'll do referral based too. You refer people, we'll build more credit. Or you can give you 10% for that too. So there's no excuses at the end of the day. If you want to give us referrals, you can always email me the list, and that way you get credit for each one of them too. Ultimate goal, looking at banks and grocery stores and cities. I just want you to have the ability to understand you don't have to bring the pain home. You can become a certified CFO, and you can change your mindset to millionaire status. We can all look behind the curtain, learn how it works. From there, we stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest, amen to that too. What I offer today is now. And always call the office at 800-254-9506. Keep in mind, we're going to do our best. God's going to do the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.